Hey there, today I'm going to dive into the world of terminal on macOS and explore some advanced commands that will boost your productivity and efficiency. By mastering these commands, you will elevate your command line skills and become a tech pro in no time. Welcome to Terminal, the powerful Mac app that gives you access to a text-based command line for your operating system. To find the terminal on your Mac, simply open up Finder, click on Applications, and then click Utilities and scroll down a little and you'll see Terminal. So the terminal acts as a gateway to the Unix system that underpins macOS, offering a robust set of capabilities for managing your system. Once you launch Terminal, you'll need to know some essential text-based commands to navigate the file system and run system-level applications. So let's go through a few basic commands. Now, if you want to change your current directory, you would simply type cd space path to the directory. For example, if you want to navigate to a directory called users, you would type cd space users and press enter. And you can see it changed the path from the root folder to the users folder. Now, if you want to find out your current directory, use the command pwd, which stands for present working directory. Press enter. This will display the full path of your current directory, which is users in my case. Now, if you want to view the files in your current directory, you would simply type ls and press enter, and it will show a list of files and folders in that directory. If you need a detailed list view, you will type ls space -l, press enter. This will display additional information such as file permissions, ownership, and modification dates. On a Mac, you can work with files through various text commands. Let's explore them. Let me go into my directory, cd test user, and then going to downloads. Now, if you want to open files, you would simply use the command open and the file name. So in this folder, I have a file name called test1.rtf, which is a rich text file. I'm going to press enter. All right, you can see it opened up. So let me close this. Now, if I want to copy the files, I will simply type cp command, and then I'm going to specify the source and the destination. The source file is test1.rtf, and the destination file will be test3.rtf. So basically, I'm going to duplicate the test1 text file and name the new file as test3 text file. So I'm going to press enter. If I do a ls, I can see 3 text files. All right, now let me show you how you can create files and directories. So if you want to create files, you would simply use the command touch and the file name. I'm going to say test4.rtf. And if I do a ls, you can see I have a new text file, which is test4. And if I want to make any new directory called new folder, I would simply use the command make directory, mkdir, and the folder name, which will be new folder, press enter. And if I do a ls and press enter, you can see the new folder in here. Now, let's say I want to move this test4 text file into this new folder called new folder. I'm going to use the command mv, which stands for move. And then I'm going to specify the source file, which is test4.rtf, and the destination folder, which is new folder. And I'm going to end with /, press enter. All right. If I do a ls in downloads, I don't see test4. So it has been moved to new folder. And if I go into new folder and do a ls, I can see test4.rtf. Now let's take a look at some advanced terminal commands that will take your skills to the next level. Let me come out of the new folder, for which I'll type cd space ... I'm back in downloads folder. Now let's say you want to remove some directories. I'll type ls, and now I'm going to remove a directory. And for that, I'm going to use the command rmdir space, the folder name, which is new folder, press enter. So it says directory is not empty. So rmdir and the name of the folder will only work for empty directories. But if you want to remove the non-empty ones, you will type rm -r and then the folder name, which is new folder, press enter. All right. Now let's say you want to execute some system commands with admin privileges. So to run any command with admin privileges, you would just prefix sudo, which stands for super user do, and leave a space and type the command. So I'm going to type who am I and press enter. It says I'm root. You can use sudo command with pretty much anything. Let's say you want to install some software packages. You can use sudo and it will provide you the necessary privileges to install the packages on your Mac. All right. Next, monitoring system processes. Now, let's say you want to keep an eye on system processes. You would simply type the command top and press enter. So it will give you a high-level detail about the CPU usage of each process running on your Mac, your physical memory usage, and things like that. To exit out of this, I just press Ctrl-Z. Now, if you want to monitor the top processes consuming CPU resources, you would use top -O CPU, press enter. All right, you can see the top processes. Let me press the Ctrl-Z again. All right, let me come out of it. Now, let's say you want to combine commands for automation purpose, right? For example, in my downloads folder, I have 3 test files. And while listing the files, I just want to look for a file which has the file name test1. So I'm going to use pipe command and then grep it. And then I'll specify the grep command. And within quotes, I will say test1 and close the quote, press enter. All right, you can see here, it works really well if you have a folder which contains too many files, right? So you can use the grep command with pretty much anything. If you have a text file, which is a log file, which will have too many log entries in that file, you can use the grep command to find certain strings in those log files. All right. Now, let's say you want to do some scripting with bash. You can start scripting with simple bash scripts. For example, you can create a bash script named myscript.sh that prints hello world. And for that, I will simply use the command echo. I would say hello world, and then put a greater than symbol, which will basically save the content into a myscript.sh, and sh stands for shell scripting. So I'm going to press enter. All right. Now, if you want to customize your terminal settings for shortcut and appearance to enhance your efficiency, for example, you can change the color scheme, font size, and enable keyboard shortcuts through your terminal preferences. So if you go to terminal and click on settings, you can see all that, like what kind of text do you want to use, how do you want the window to appear, what type of tabs you're going to use, and all those that you would typically see in a terminal. Now, let's say you want to shut down some applications or processes, right? For example, to close all instances of the Safari web browser, you would use the command killall, one word. All right, now I'm going to type Safari. So you can see here, Safari is open right here. Press enter. Okay, you can see the application was terminated. Next up, let's say you want to connect to some remote systems using SSH. So to connect to remote servers or other Macs with SSH enabled, you can use the command SSH and then put your username. So typically that would be root at, and then the IP address or the host name of the remote server. So I'm going to say 192.168.0.1. So when you press enter, it's going to prompt you for the password and also for accepting the certificate. Okay, so that's about it. So if you want to truly master your terminal, you have to memorize commands using post-it notes or cheat sheets. Or you can join online forums or communities to engage in continuous learning. Remember, regular practice of these commands and shortcuts will not only improve your terminal skills, but also make your daily technical tasks much more efficient. Terminal is a powerful tool in your tech arsenal, and mastering it is a significant step towards becoming a tech pro. That's it for today's video. I hope you find this video helpful in enhancing your terminal knowledge. Stay tuned for more tech tips and tricks.